The lights dim. A drone shot glides over a massive ring-shaped headquarters. Then, an executive walks out onto a dark stage, smiling like they're about to reveal a secret, pointing to a perfectly aligned row of laptops. Look closely at these phones on display. They are nearly identical to the devices already sitting in the pockets of millions watching at home. Yet people still line up, refresh their browsers, and feel a genuine rush of excitement to buy them. Go back to the early 2000s, and tech companies sold computers purely by listing off specifications. The machines themselves were utilitarian, clunky beige boxes with names that sounded like serial numbers. Apple realized that trying to win a hardware specification war was a losing game. To beat their rivals, they stopped selling gigabytes and megahertz. Instead, they designed their product presentations to evoke a powerful feeling, turning a simple tech demo into a highly emotional ceremony. By prioritizing the emotional experience of the product over its technical specifications, Apple established a competitive advantage that their rivals were initially unable to replicate. Today, Apple's marketing carefully avoids shouting about specific features or offering flashy discount codes. They use stark minimalism to quietly signal that their products are a premium experience. They sell the feeling of freshness. Through quiet, rhythmic music, careful lighting, and sleek typography, the design language whispers to your subconscious that this device is the absolute definition of beauty. Over years of watching these carefully crafted presentations, we become conditioned. We start to associate the brand with a forward-looking, elite status. This psychological conditioning links the purchase of a new device directly to a consumer's sense of personal status and identity. But that identity is locked in place by a second, highly engineered structural layer. We call it the Apple ecosystem. The ecosystem relies on switching costs, the various ways it becomes difficult to leave. Switch and you lose blue bubbles. You can't airdrop photos or pair AirPods instantly. Inside a walled garden, connections flow smoothly, but communicate outside and connections break, creating social friction. This triggers the fear of missing out. The anxiety of exclusion pushes you right back inside to restore those smooth connections. This page from a recent academic journal explores this phenomenon among Generation Z. The research confirms that the fear of missing out, or FOMO, acts as an emotional conduit, transforming simple product awareness into impulsive purchasing decisions. This engineered loop of desire and social convenience creates a system where consumers return to purchase a new device every 2 to 3 years. Recently, however, that endless and carefully engineered upgrade loop hit a massive roadblock, and Apple built it themselves. For years, Apple relied on outside companies like Intel to provide the processors, the central computing brains, for their Mac computers. That changed with the introduction of the M-series chips, known as Apple Silicon. Apple began building these processors in-house, giving them total control over how the hardware and software work together. This chart shows the resulting performance jump. The new M-series chips were so fast and durable that they vastly exceeded normal consumer computing needs. This massive leap accidentally broke Apple's 2-year upgrade cycle. Computers stopped slowing down, removing the physical trigger to buy. In their quest to build the perfect piece of hardware, Apple created a product so good that it effectively immunized its users against the psychological need for freshness. Today, millions of users are working on Macs they bought 3 or 4 years ago. They are perfectly content, and they are completely ignoring the new launch theaters. Marketing magic and ecosystem traps have strict limits. When the underlying hardware actually outlasts the feeling of needing something new, the spell breaks. Selling an identity and social belonging gets people in the door, but the actual physical durability of the technology is what ultimately dictates how long they stay. Understanding the why behind our gadgets empowers us to make better choices with our wallets. If you want to keep looking past the marketing, subscribe to Refreshing Tech for more insights.